Nova Online, a fellow with an unassuming, unkempt outside, someone many would feel bad for and would want to see his life get turned around for the better. That is, if his true predatory nature wasn't exposed time and time again. Just when you think the life of this Discord deviant couldn't get any worse, Gabriel always finds yet another way to surprise us. We watched as the one true, real-life friend he had, despite their weird motives, gave up on him and left him. We saw, thanks to this guy, his wrestling superstar idol not only completely disavow him, but donate the money Nova paid him with. Then, when things never looked worse, the one shoulder left to cry on, Alice, his insane fangirl slash pseudo girlfriend of questionable age, finally backstabbed and betrayed him. He's been left now, completely alone and starving for human connection. Heading out to Dave & Buster's alone in the video I have for you guys today, where he tries to fill the void, him diving into his work, shelling the Predicord business, a CHOME imposter, and to end today off, a little whimsical activity with my Grubbas. Let's get right after it.
Alright, bet.
First off, just to build the scene for us here, we have a CHOME handing his phone off to some random stranger who's probably at Dave & Buster's with some friends, it sounds like, to take some time out of his day that he could be spending playing some video games to record him for about 3 minutes in order to hoist him up in a machine that's pretty similar to what they hoist sharks up in order to tag them.
Les collègues qui regardent. Ils travaillent ici.
That little performative scream we got there, I don't know, but with this whole interaction, aside from the lovely visuals we get from this, a big thing with this little Dave & Buster's excursion I'd like to highlight is just how desperate for human connection he is after he's lost basically everyone outside of maybe a couple small stragglers here and there, everyone who presented themselves to be someone who would care about Nova, or at least someone that Nova could talk to and vent to, and of course hang out with. So finding himself in this position, so desperate to connect with another human being, where would the CHOME go in his grown age? Not to the bar, of course. Far too many people over the age of 18 there. He'd go where he feels he fits in the most, an arcade that's absolutely flooded with kids. And if you were there at all for that interview Bloodsmith did with Nova's real-life friend, quoting the friend here, dealing with Nova is kind of like trying to be friends with a 13-year-old as a grown adult. And I think that's exactly what makes him so dangerous here. He's surrounding himself with people who have very similar, if not the same interests as him, and in doing so is just surrounding himself with kids. Because at face value, and you have to ignore his more degenerate interests for this, the really young age group is the only people he can really find himself relating to on any meaningful level. But then given his track record, he should be nowhere near a Dave & Buster's, especially not alone. He doesn't have that real life friend anymore in his posse to keep him entertained and away from interacting with anyone else at the arcade. So who knows how many younger fellas he was playing a video game next to and maybe struck up a conversation with while their parents weren't looking. And of course, we're just saying here that the possibility of that happening was definitely there, because how quick and easy would it be to just grab someone's Discord information really quickly? He's proven time and time again that one, he can't be trusted talking to people under the age of 18. And also at every opportunity he can, he'll try to make new friends. But with all this time Nova's saving, not talking to his Discord kittens anymore, he's trying to live out his dream as a little business owner slash entrepreneur. And we caught a little glimpse of that when he tried to make poor Donovan Dijak shout out the Predicord business. Now he's just cranking out Predicord orders at breakneck speed.
Alright, Mia, Bradley, and Dylan all placed Nova Cord orders. Let's get them packed up. This is one of the best sounds you can hear as a business owner. Lovely.
He then goes on to describe exactly what he's doing to fulfill these orders, what he's putting in the boxes, and shame on these people for giving money to the CHOME. A proven time and time again PDF file doesn't deserve your money, even if it's funny. Realistically, how long can you sit there and giggle over the fact you've got an item made by the Nova Online, until the reality of the fact that you gave money knowingly to a PDF file sets in. You gotta love how much he brags about being a business owner now that he thinks he's got this Etsy up and running. He's shelling out orders as fast as he can. shoving it in our faces as if it's some big win, but it's not. He's made, what, 30 sales? And assuming all of them were those bracelets he makes, which is $12, he's made at most maybe 360 bucks or so. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying 360 bucks isn't a lot of money, because that is a lot of money to some people, but that's hardly enough to fund a single week of door dashing for him, and those are 30 sales total that he's made. So I would hardly call that a business.
And of course, all 3 orders are coming with the business card, the sticker, and the NovaCord quality guarantee. Alright, Mia, Dylan, and Bradley, all 3 of your orders are on the way. And if you want your own NovaCord bracelet, go ahead and visit my Etsy store. Novine Universe, signing off.
Obviously, he's trying to funnel more cash into his pocket, and you gotta wonder why he's doing that. We saw that GoFundMe that was supposed to fix his bike so he could, again, make more money door dashing, which we never saw where all that money went. We found out that his mom owns that home, so she's never really had to pay rent, and I doubt he's ever paid utilities, so I don't think the money was ever going there. So it really begs the question, Gabe, where is all that money going? I'm sure it couldn't be to diapers. In other CHOME news, he's mentioning something far too often in very quick succession now, and that's number 2. And we're not talking about just the number, it's that number 2. He's been mentioning it over and over and over again, making jokes about it, letting us know what his movements are getting up to when he's feeling sick.
And I cannot stop having the Hershey squirts.
Maybe it's the fact that his comedic intelligence is on par with that of a 12-year-old, but I'm erring more on the side of this being another one of those weird and sick things that he's just into, and he's just thinking about it so much that it's bleeding out into other aspects of his life. I mean, how far-fetched truly is that idea? I mean, the guy already wears diapers, so.
Come take a massive shit with me at this random-ass place in Anytown, Indiana.
Just another unsettling thing about the CHOME, But Grubbas, it looks like we've got a CHOME impersonator on the loose at this very moment. This person stole exclusive Novine property from Nova, naming their TikTok off of his Nova Hub account, Spicy Novine Uni, where this cornball would go ahead and pretend to be the CHOME, and there's no comedic twist, there's no funny spin on any of these things. The only thing we got out of this was them threatening to traumatize everyone with another "Here Come the Contractions" video, with him claiming there's more videos in the works. What I'm most perplexed about is what exactly was the point of the account. They do post mostly believable, like, hey, at first glance, this could very well be the CHOME posting these. And they did scrub this from their account by now, but it wasn't until I scrolled all the way down to the beginning of their account where they used twice the audio of the infamous Nova Hub video.
Taking a break from watching South Park, taking a break.
Now, Grubbas, I feel like recently it's been all doom and gloom when we talk about the CHOME. I mean, sure, we giggle at his antics here and there. Well, I'll crack a few jokes, but when it comes to the reality of the type of person the CHOME is and what he actually gets up to, the disgusting nature of the things that he does on Discord specifically, it's all doom and gloom, and when you think about it too hard, it can really get you down knowing that you breathe the same air as this kind of person. So I prepared this little activity for everyone, and there'll be a link to the template in order for you guys to fill out your own tier list below, and I'll open up my community page so you guys can post what your rankings are. That new Tamagotchi life game has been all the rage, it seems like, and people have been creating Nova and all their other favorite lolcows in the game. So we've gone and taken some screenshots of some of the best and most true-to-life recreations of the CHOME that have been made over on Tamagotchi Life, and we're going to be ranking those today. So the first rendition of Nova is going to be made by the Chunks 3. And, I think they did a pretty decent job here. They've got the lore-accurate beard. The unibrow is almost touching, but not quite, just in real life, and it's very unkempt, just like the real-life Nova. I'm just gonna have to put this one in A tier, it looks like. This next one, however, made by Landboyer7, it's got the lore-accurate hair, but I think that's where all the accuracy stop, because when I look at this, it just doesn't quite scream Nova to me. I mean, the brow is there, but that's about it. I'm gonna have to put this at D tier. Now we have this Nova with the slicked back hair made by Mrs. Stu, and I gotta say, a really good job with the eyebrow yet again here. You know, the beard isn't quite, the detail isn't there, but it's kind of lore accurate. In the mouth, I feel like the mouth, something about it is just screaming Nova to me, but it's not quite up there with some of the other ones, so I'm gonna say B tier for this one. Next up, we have this horrifying Sailor Moon outfit done by Crash Out Alyssa, number 4. You know, we get more of the greasy hair feeling from this one. I mean, great job on the outfit, the glasses, the hair, obviously, but something about the face, the beard, it's not really screaming Nova to me, but I mean, the effort was there, so I'm gonna say C tier on this one. Now, number 6, made by Saladly, something about the look on this Nova I just don't like. I'm gonna have to say D tier. I mean, clearly the effort was put in, but I don't like the look of this one. Now, this one, out of the bunch, I think this is the magnum opus. This is the closest true to life depiction you could possibly get in Tamagotchi life of the CHOME, and this is made by Kylie R. I'm gonna have to say this is S tier. You've got the greasy hair, the unibrow. It's not quite touching, but you can kind of see the detail. The neck beard, it's completely on point, and then of course the Sailor Moon outfit. And to top it all off, it's super short, just like the CHOME. You might as well just thrown Gabriel right into the game. I hope you Grubbas enjoyed the more lighthearted end of this video, and again, the community page should be open, so if you guys want to use the template linked below to make your own tier list, feel free to post that in the community page. It should be open now for you guys to post on. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys making it all the way to the end. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, maybe even hype it up too, and if I was just that awesome, don't forget to subscribe too. Later, Grubbas.